guest is a developer of professional sleep solutions designed to help us achieve our best sleep. And isn't that important? I've discovered, especially with all my travels, not only these bags under my eyes are really my luggage, but I feel like I'm just not sleeping properly, let alone travel, just in general these days. So much going on. Well, maybe we look to these folks. He's president of Sleepace, Howard Borenstein. Stein, right? Steen.
Steen is fine.
No, your name is your most important asset, so I always try to get that right. But you said it was a little different.
Don't call me late for dinner.
Exactly. You said it was a little different here.
Well, they call me Borenstein here.
Borenstein is here in
But
Germany.
obviously there's German background, so,
Yeah.
but Borenstein is how it's pronounced.
Gotcha. All right, Howard. Well, sorry about that, but welcome into tomorrow.
Thank you, Dave.
Tell me about Sleepace in general. First, as a company, did I describe it properly, that you're helping us with our sleep?
Absolutely. We found that in America, anyway, and I'm from the USA, so 70 million Americans have sleep problems, and 40% go undetected according to the National Sleep Association.
I thought it was just me.
And no, it's not just you. And there's a lot of things that people can do that are really basic if they get the tips, and that's what we're trying to provide here.
Okay.
We have actually a two-step solution here for sleep. It's called the Knox Sleep Solution Project.
As in, it knocks you out?
No, but Knox means night, so in Latin, so we use that as the name.
So NOx.
NOx.
No,
that's
not K. Okay, got it.
The first part of it is called the Rest On, and this we've had out. We actually introduced it in CES last January.
Okay.
And what it does is it has medical grade sensors throughout the band, and it fits underneath your sheet, so you don't really feel it. And it has a locking mechanism which locks it in place for it. And in this, we call this the brain.
So that you're not wearing this belt around your waist or something. You just put it under the sheet.
That's correct. Most people feel uncomfortable wearing. Most people take off their watches and things like that at night, so they don't want to wear a product. Inside the brain, you have a memory chip as well as a lithium-ion battery. If you look on the bottom of the piece, you'll see there's a mini USB input.
Yeah.
You charge it once, and it lasts for a month.
Oh, I like that idea.
And then when you put the part on, it'll turn green around the bottom part to tell you that the power is in it, and it will flash when there's low power.
Oh, so then this will sort of just stick out from under the sheet somewhere convenient.
On the outside, this is on the inside. So you don't even see it, so it doesn't take away from the look of your bed.
Yeah. Now, what does it do with these sensors?
Now, that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Once you've downloaded our app, which you can get on the Play Store, on the iOS iTunes Store, then you would activate it. And what that does, and it looks like this on the application where it gives you a sleep score. But what it does is it then tells this unit in the brain to start activating, and the memory chip will start to record the data. The data includes things like your breath rate. If you have a lot of movement and turn over, it'll have that as well.
Well, like I'm a side sleeper, and I always go from side to side. Does it pick it up as that's a problem?
It could be. Actually, there are some tips that tell you if you are a bad sleeper, sometimes it's better to sleep on your side. If people who have sleep apnea are told to sleep on their side rather than their back, this also will recognize sleep apnea episodes. So we'll answer that issue.
Well, like Chris wears a CPAP machine
as
because
do
of
I.
sleep okay, so you understand that whole concept. But it's hard to sleep on your side with a mask on, right?
Not really. I actually do it. So.
Well, Chris,
so
maybe some tips for Chris here while we're doing this.
That it also will tell you how much of a percentage you have of sleep, of deep sleep, of light sleep, and also of REM sleep. That is very important because if you have 8 hours of sleep, but only have 1 hour of deep sleep, you're actually going to feel tired in the morning.
Yeah, well, of course.
The other part of that is if you have 5 hours of sleep, but you have 2 hours of deep sleep, you can actually feel better. And that's where the second part of the Knox system comes into place.
I was going to say, because this is telling me about my sleep, but it's not helping me sleep yet. Whoa.
Well, yes, it will.
Oh, it will help me sleep.
Yes, because it's going to give you the tips as to what to do.
Oh, okay.
If you press on the individual item where you see you have problems.
From the app, and it'll give you that
input. Based on the score, that's correct.
Gotcha.
But on this piece, which is lit up, this could end up on your end table. And what you do initially, when you tell it on here to start, it will actually start to turn red. Red is conducive to help you form melatonin in your brain. And melatonin is what helps us sleep.
So I'm not having to stare at it. It's just if other lights are off in the room, this is providing this sort of ambient light.
That's correct.
And when you first turned it on, it was red. That's what we want to get that melatonin going.
Right. And what that'll also do is when it's on the red scene, it'll also produce a light sound that you can either download yourself or it'll come with like light music, or it'll come with rain sounds, tide sounds, which help us get out of that quick brain going 1,000 miles a minute that we all go through at night.
Oh, yeah, because honestly, I figured my main issue is that the brain won't stop. And it's like I'm grabbing the phone and I'm setting appointments and I'm reminding and I'm sending emails, and it's not the phone's the problem. It's the fact that, what about, and we forgot, and don't forget, another trip coming up, we got to do this. But this will help me just sort of mellow out.
Then in the morning, what you do is you set what we call the smart alarm, and then it will turn like a sunrise type of yellow, and it'll get brighter and brighter. So if you set it to start at 7 o'clock in the morning, about 6:30, it's going to start looking for you in the unit and say, where are you in a light sleep cycle, and try to bring you out of the sleep so you have a natural, non-groggy sleep adventure.
Oh, I like that. Because if it just went bright sun, I'd be shooting it.
That's correct.
By 7.
Before 7.
Before 7 even. Very cool. Available now on the market?
The Reston is, but this system will come out in February.
Okay.
So we'll have available in the U.S. and Europe. We're going to actually introduce it on November 12th in China first. Hopefully that'll take out some of the bugs. And we'll get that all done, and we'll be out then.
They'll be kind of the guinea pigs.
That's correct.
But then for the U.S. by February, and it'll work well. And how much then is the sensing device available now?
$149.
Okay.
It's sold on Amazon, on buy.com, basically online. We have distributors that we're talking to. This is going to be also $149, so you can buy them separately, or $299, obviously, for the pair. Yeah. And we're going to give an added value to it once we release it.
Very cool. And, of course, you can keep up with them at Sleepace.
Right, like Aces.
Exactly, like Aces. MySleepace, ACE.com. We'll link you there, too, at intotomorrow.com. Howard, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Cool technology, and that's why we wanted to talk to you about it. It's something different. And of course, with the app, we get some input and advice, and maybe it will help a whole lot of folks. I'm sure it already is, helping get a better sleep.
Yep.
Looking forward to
Dave.
it. Our pleasure. Back with more from Berlin, Germany. I'm Dave Graveline. This is Into Tomorrow. Don't miss a minute. Stay tuned.